Oh, I did the piece. This is supposed to be the hello. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. I don't know. I should have counted stream number. I don't know. Our Friday stream. Let me check if it's working on X for once. Again, it's not, dude. I don't know what's happened. Maybe it's my settings in StreamYard. Let me go full screen here. Boom. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. Friday stream. We've got a lot to talk about today. Memecoins are doing really well. Some NFTs are doing really well. And apparently aliens are real. So we're going to take a look at all of that today. Do I just post the stream once? Do I just post? I'm just posting the YouTube stream on Twitter. You know what? It's really bothering me that it's not working. Let's just post. Let me, you know what? Let me show you what I'm doing, because I don't like when you guys have to watch me and then nothing's happening. Let me get the chat open as well. What's good? Yo, what's good, brother? Welcome. Is this going to work? I don't know if it's going to show the actual stream. That's the problem. But yeah, a ton to talk about today. Excited for today's stream. You know what? Twitter's going to punish me if I do this, because they don't like when you show external. Boom. External links. Memecoin. Trenches. Or let's just do Friday morning stream. Sorry, you guys have to witness all this. Stream. It's good because people can roll in, right? Boom. Here we go. Pin it to the profile. Voila. Welcome everybody to the stream. Today we got a lot to talk about, so let's just jump right into it. Potential war. Starting off really not good. There's been a lot of rumors of war with Iran. I don't know what's happening. I don't even know why. Like, I thought that was all dealt with when they hit the nuclear facilities or whatever. The odds, you could say I got wrecked here. I got greedy. I could have flipped for almost a 2x, and instead I did not. But yeah, the percentages, the market really seems to think that this year US is gonna strike. I say I'm not in America, but I'm in, the West, right? I think they bunch this up as the West. By December, 76% chance. So 3 out of 4 people on Polymarket believe that we are going to strike Iran, which is really not cool. I saw it was, all the insiders were saying it was supposed to be this weekend. Now apparently it's pushed by 10 days. Hopefully it gets pushed by forever. But if that does happen, there's going to be, I think, a temporary dip in the market. But I do believe it would recover. Now, I always look for a meme coin. There is the war meme coin. I don't hold any of this. Okay, I'm not telling anybody to go buy. But I do keep an eye on this one because, war, if there is a war, I do think war meme coin could pop off. So my brain now is always just saying, like, what's the coin? What's the coin? How do I benefit from this? The two ways are probably short the market or, get into a good meme coin. Example of that, aliens. What are the odds that aliens are confirmed in 2026? So before 2027. And you got to read the rules on this stuff. So they would need to confirm either aliens are real or alien technology. And yesterday, we had Obama basically did an interview where he said that aliens are real. They're not Area 51, but he confirmed aliens are real. And what did Bored Apes post here? Wearing the hoodie, getting their hey, I'm wearing some Bored Ape merch actually. Boom, from Ape Fest. Wait, wrong side. Yeah, with the little crest. Oh, this side with the crest. From Ape Fest 2022. My favorite hoodie still to this day. But I want to get that new hoodie. I just don't like zip up hoodies. I want a full hoodie. And then Trump, he can't let Obama have the spotlight, so he comes out and says, Obama shouldn't have said that. There could be serious repercussions, leaking private information, but that's kind of saying, like, hey, you're pretty much admitting they're real here. So he's ordered his Secretary of War to go through all the documents and release anything showing that aliens, UFOs, whatever, any info we have on them. He didn't confirm that they're real. He just said, hey, release any info to me, this is just a cover up, right? There's a lot of stuff with the war, but there's also a lot of stuff with the e-files. That I feel they're kind of just like, how do we get the spotlight off of this? And this is just a distraction. That's how I look at it. So, oops. There's also an alien meme coin that popped up, and look, there's a bunch of alien meme coins. This is actually, is this an old one? Okay, no, it's new, just a few days. So this one popped off. It went to about 3 mil. I didn't get into this one. I figured, I do think if they confirm aliens or something, this is gonna moon. But there's probably a lot of meme coins. I saw some people trying to push an alien meme coin called UFO. So that was another one. Yeah. So just making sure. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so let's move on. So aliens, we got war, we got aliens, we got the e-file, we got a lot of stuff happening in the world. And worst of all, our crypto is not pumping. That's the downside. I do think we're due. Yeah, okay, Bitcoin 68K. I do think we're due for a relief rally here. So I think we could maybe over the weekend get above 70K and push even higher. I was debating buying back some ETH this morning, getting some. What I do on OpenSea is I'll buy a coin that I think is going to go up. I eat those fees, and then I just flip it when it goes up, right? Because I'm still not in a position where I want to deploy a ton of stables. Even though I think these are decent prices, I don't think we're out of the woods yet. Even if we get a pump, I think it's going to be a pump and dump in the crypto markets. And are we already back down? Or was the price just wrong? I thought we were just at 68K. Anyways, let's get into some meme coins. So we had last week, or on Monday, we spoke about it. We had the Punch meme coin, which is I have some videos here. Yeah, this monkey who basically his mother rejected him, and he has this teddy that he hangs on to. Yeah, that's a super sad picture, man. Wow. And he started going viral. Everybody was saying like, oh, it's going to be the next Mudang. Who knows if that's actually going to happen? I really hope it does, because I top lasted twice. So I top lasted at like 9 or 10 mil. No, I top lasted at 18 mil, and it just started crashing and crashing. And then another coin came out, which we'll talk about in a minute. I dumped. Now I top lasted again. I've been buying as we dip just to lower my average. This morning I woke up, we were up because we were at almost a new all-time high, 38 mil. I hope this is a runner. Like I'm trying to keep an eye. Basically, the way meme coins work is you need something viral. It's all about narrative. So the narrative needs to grow, and most of these narratives are limited to Web3. This is a narrative that is outside of Web3. There's a lot of normal people talking about it, right? It's making news stations. People are lining up to go see the monkey at the zoo. Now, there is no real correlation between the meme coin and what's happening, but in Web3, we make that correlation ourselves. So I'm hoping it can keep running. I'm hoping it breaks out from here, maybe hit 70K. If it hits 70, typically they go to 100 plus. So I have a position right now on this one, but the reason because it was dying, right? It was down here. The reason it made this comeback is because the monkey, this is the whole world loves him. I wish he knew. Yeah, 4.6 million views. But the monkey got attacked, right? Punch got attacked by this monkey here. He was just minding his own business, doing nothing. And then this monkey's like, hey, yo. And he like drags him around. And this video, it's sad. Look, it's the animal kingdom, right? This stuff happens. And he runs to his teddy, because I had seen a video or a picture saying like he doesn't want his teddy anymore. And that's one of the reasons I guess the coin started to dip, but now he wants it. And like, it's sad watching this, dude. I feel bad. I just want to go hold him. And then I saw another video that Min posted here where the monkeys are just bullying him. Yeah, he's being chased and stuff. He grabs his teddy, he runs away. They chase after him. So this is emotion, right? This is what drives a coin. This is what makes people talk about it. And unlike Penguin, I'm not seeing this on my Instagram as much as some other, or Mudang. Mudang I saw on Instagram. So yeah, hopefully it keeps running. This was one. It's pretty much the main coin people are talking about right now, outside of the AI stuff. Right? There's small narratives like aliens. What's another one this morning? I saw there's an AI one running this morning. Oh, called Lobstar. What's it at? 3.8 mil. I was so triggered. I saw it at 2 mil. I was going to exit my punch in profit and enter this, and I'd be up 2x if I did that. But you can't win them all. I'm trying to only enter coins where there is a viral narrative, and not just FOMO into stuff just because I see other people buying or whatever it is. You know, it's fine to make a quick swing trade, but I want to put myself in coins that are going to do really well because there is a strong narrative. It's a lot easier to hold something when there's a narrative as opposed to just gambling and guessing. So yeah, so that was the punch narrative, and let's move on to the other one. Let me just get my other screen open because there's a lot more tabs. So I split it up in two. Share screen, window. Here we go. Share. I'm gonna make this bigger and make this a bit wider. Yeah. So the other one was, which I actually caught this one at 200. I saw it at 160K. I got in at 260K. Yeah. So this one is called Conway. Now, basically the narrative behind this is this dude, Sigil, sorry, I'm butchering his name, released something called Web 4.0, where he's saying, I built the first AI that earns its existence, self-improves, and replicates without a human. So I wrote about the technology, blah, blah. Basically told the bot, like, if you can't make money, if you can't support yourself, you die. And the reason I found this, everybody's asking me, where do you get these calls? Where did you see it? I literally opened up X, and this tweet was the second tweet in my timeline. And I read it, and my first thought was, now whenever I see an AI coin, I'm looking for the name of the bot or the name of whatever he's calling it. And I just immediately go look for a token. So he's calling this one Conway Research. And I had seen him on the timeline a few days prior. I forget why, but I had seen him on the timeline a few days talking about something. And there was no coin, or I guess there was a coin, but it didn't pop off. But this, I looked at this and I was like, okay, this is going to make noise. There was only like 28K views on the post by the time I saw it. And I was like, okay, this is about to go viral. And it got to 5.4 mil. And this is something I see that has odds of breaking out beyond Web3, similar to Molt, right? When I regret not buying Molt, when I saw Eliza's post where she's talking about, oh, the AIs are trying to learn their own language. That was going to be a viral post. Like, it was just obvious because it sparked emotion in you. It made you scared, right? You're reading it. You're like, what is going on? Who's going to do something about it? It gets people talking. That's the kind of stuff you want. So this, if it's real, it would get people talking. But basically, so like I said, I saw it at 160K. The reason I didn't buy is because I started doing research. I asked a few people, which like, I don't know why I even did. I don't need approval, just buy it. I looked in a few groups, like I looked in Pastel. I also looked, there was 4 Conway coins. So I wanted to know, okay, which one's the real one? Which one's the right one? So I looked up, did I save the tweet? I don't think I saved the tweet, but maybe it's in the replies. Somebody asked, hey, BankerBot, like, is there a coin for this? And has he claimed the fees? And BankerBot said, like, yeah, there is a coin, and he did claim the fees. So I bought that coin, and thankfully it worked out. You can see here, I wrote to Cooker. I shared it in Pastel. I mean, I shared it in my group too, but yeah, I shared it in Pastel. Oh, here's the banker tweet. So is indeed linked to Sigil. It's saying this is his wallet, or somebody. No, sorry, it's saying somebody linked it to him. We're gonna look at some posts of people saying he bought the coin, but yeah, this is how I saw it. And yeah, I just immediately went to buy. I bought like literally down here, and then, or right here. And then it went up. It dipped a little bit. I should have doubled down. And then, yo, what's up, Perez? Welcome to the stream, sir. And then, yeah, it just pumped. Thankfully, I sold a bit too much on the way here. It went all the way to 10 million. If we look at it right now, it is back down, but it's had a couple of pump and dumps since then, which we're going to talk about why. Yeah, luckily I sold a lot here, and then I sold a bit more here. I go to bed, and it literally pumps to 10 mil again. And then there was a third pump, new all-time high, actually. So let's just go through all that. So this was a good thesis, right? LeSabre here saying this is basically the Conway situation right now. If he claims the fees, endorses the token, it goes to 100 mil, which didn't happen, even though he claimed the fees. If he denies it, it goes to 0. That's like the gamble you were taking. And 1 second. Yeah. So I also saw that Iceman Dot. Yeah, Iceman Dot. This is the person who round tripped $2 million on Malt. He bought the coin and he tweeted about it. It was his first tweet ever. And like a lot of people are saying, oh, it's Frank's alt. I don't think Frank would talk like this. Yeah, LARP, all this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. This dude, I think he lost aura here, bro. His tweets are really weird. But anyways, it was his first tweet. So, a lot of people were thinking it's going to go to 100 mil. It's the next Molt and all that. I was selling on the way up. I just want to keep my oh, here's the tweet. I have it. So here's the tweet. But then Sigel said, I didn't claim anything. BankerBot is broken. There is no token associated with Conway. So it started to dip after this stuff. People were losing hope that he was going to claim. There's one theory that he wanted to get, an offer from a VC after the Moltbot or the OpenClaw. Now Moltbot changed its name after OpenClaw took a $30 million offer from OpenAI. So people are thinking, oh, he probably doesn't want association with a coin just to be able to do that. And if he doesn't get any VC offers, he's going to take the coin money because, it's a lot of money. I saw some AI people saying like this is slop and it's not a good bot. So it started to dip. I woke up in the morning and I was like, I'm just going to exit my position. I exited the rest of it. Let's just close some stuff. And then, this is a post saying it's a wallet confirmed to be his. And he bought some of the token, like 0.5 Conway. He owns some. So people saying, he does own the coin. But then after, once he realized, and I don't, have any proof of this, but once he realized like, oh, hey, I'm not going to get any VC offer. He, somebody said, yo, you got like, wow, 400K. That's crazy. You have 400K of fees or 400K total. Now it's probably closer to 500K waiting for you. He says, wow, thanks for the donation. Appreciate the support. We'll keep scaling. This is what caused this dump, but it was a pump and dump because he said like, thanks for the donation. He didn't fully address the coin. The next day, yesterday, he tweets, we'll be using the claimed fees to immediately scale compute and grant the growing number of builders on Conway ecosystem. I don't know why that's like a weird sentence. He didn't finish it. Thanks for the support and we keep shipping. So here he officially claimed the token, right? This is when it went to a new all-time high. It pumped, but again, it's a dump. I think the dump is because same thing. The narrative is not going to go viral because it's people are saying it's a LARP. It's AI slop. It's not, the code's not good. It's not actually doing what he's saying it's doing. So I'm no expert. I don't know if it is or isn't, but I'm fully out of this position. But it was a nice runner and I'm happy I caught it. I was thinking next week of maybe making a video like how I look for meme coins and stuff. So this was a really nice cook. It was like a 60 something X from where I saw it. Like I said, I sold a lot. I ended up making 9X my money. So I put in 500. I ended close to 5,000, which is great. If I just held a little longer, I could have made close to like 30, 40,000, but that's the game. Moving on here, we had still in the realm, people were saying, oh, this automation coin is linked to him, just pump and dump. We had the first AI bot on Conway. The first AI coin with Conway, again, a pump and dump. At the time when this happened, Conway was on the way down like 4 or 5 mil. So I was like, okay, the top of this, even if it does well, is going to be limited by the market cap of Conway. Do you trade with a group? Not really. I'm in a few groups, like Pastel. Like I said, I shared this in Pastel, and I DM'd Cooker. That's like that's my go-to meme coin group to check it out. In some of my videos, I'll put it in this one after. I have a referral link that gives a discount on his group if you want to join. But there's no group. They do calls. I think a lot of people look for a group that's just going to tell them what to buy and how to make money. I'm not saying you want to do this. There's no group that's going to guaranteed make you money. Like all these groups are an extension. It's like a tool that you use, but anyone trading needs to be doing the research, the work, spend time in the server and take risks. There's no like one group that's just going to magically make anybody money. Because I get asked this question a lot. But yeah, Pastel is like my main one that I'm in for meme coins. And then what's this? I saw another one, Con Launch. I guess is a launch pad for agents. I didn't even look into this one. It was just pinged a lot because it did well. It ran all the way to 4.5 mil. So the Conway spawned like a few different runners. So it was cool. It was a nice little thing. Vitalik also fudded it, which no publicity is bad publicity, I guess. But Vitalik fudding it is not ideal. Yeah. There was also another coin called HODL or Hold, right? But misspelled. And apparently it's the original guy who invented the word or the term HODL, hold on for dear life. And he like claimed the fees or something. I don't know. This was another pump and dump. I think I bought it but sold because I didn't see the potential. Again, the narrative, right? I'm trying to think what's the virality of this coin, and a lot of these coins are limited to Web3. And we have such a short attention span, most of it's going to go to zero. Now, if he does a massive campaign, yes, it can go up. But mainstream already doesn't like crypto. Why are they going to care about a meme coin term or a crypto term like HODL? Like, oh, the guy is endorsing the coin. I don't see it happening. So I either didn't buy this one or I bought and sold very quickly. But it's cool that like the meme coin trenches are doing great. Most will be dead the next day. Yeah, that's typically what happens. With all these coins. That's why I'm trying to get in and out fast, make a little bit of money and get out. I started the account with $700. I'm trying to grow it to 10K. Obviously I want to grow it to more, but my goal was 700 to 10K. And yeah, I'm currently at what, 6,000 something, a little bit of referral fees in there. So hopefully I hit it. Hopefully I get there. But jumping into NFTs, we have Mr. Sheeb, the weirdest mint. It's actually doing well though. It's going up. What was the mint price on this thing? These are so weird. The mint price was 0.000063. Okay, so it's almost a 2x right now. I didn't get into any of these. I didn't buy them. A 10K collection. Yo, how much did he make? That's crazy. I said it was 0.0063 times 10,000, or no, times what's the price of ETH? $2,000 right now. Yeah, but dude made over 100K minting this. What is this collection? The only reason I saw it was because it was on Waypoint. If we go, we have a bot called Waypoint, which you can add to your Discord for absolutely free, and it'll give you a bunch of pings for Polymarket, pings for just general news, what's going on in the market. And we do have a bot that identifies potential good mints, or like what are people minting. Always do your own research. There's going to be scams in there, but we also launched a website. We're going to do a lot of marketing for this soon, but it's a website that helps you find. You can see on the left here what is being minted in the past 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is, past hour, and how many of them have been minted. And then on the right side is just all the new mints that spawn up. Again, there's going to be a lot of scams, right? We are just looking at what's available on the market. We aren't curating anything here. So you have like Del, Mutando. It's a play off of Del Mundos. Who knows if it's good or not? You're going to get a lot of like clone mints that are happening here. They're going to try to fake mint it. CG addresses Sense collection on OS. What? On mass right now? I'm not sure what you're saying. Sense? Which one? So DM me the link, Perez. I'm not sure which collection you're talking about. Yeah, so the other mint we got this week was the Normies. The Normies did really well. So this was a 10K mint, 0.005. What? Exactly what you're saying. No particular one. CG, address this Sense collection on OS on mass right now. I just don't understand your message. Yeah, so we had the Sense collection do really well. Sold out, 100K mint out. And it's been pumping, dude. This morning, it's doing really well. It's kind of been on an up-only trajectory. I kind of faded it. I even sold my 2 mints. But I don't know. I had a feeling and I wanted to buy. I didn't buy at 0.015. And then yesterday, I just pulled the trigger. I bought 20 between 0.025 and 0.03. No link to exactly what you're saying, the derivative collection scams. I just don't know what your question is. I have some Normies good art special. So yeah, the Normies are doing really well. How much do I have left? I currently have, because I listed them all, right? My goal is to make money at the end of the day. I might delist some though, because in case they go higher, I have them listed up to 0.08. It annoys me, all these collections that have, especially it's a paid mint, it has royalties, but I get it, right? Cirque wants to build stuff. So if I had it, look, if I do ever do a collection, you better believe it's having royalties, bro. I'm making money off royalties, but it hurts the flip, right? As a flipper, it triggers me, but I understand from a business point of view, it 100% just is justified having royalties. But yeah, the art's very different. Like it's not, it's hard to make out the characters, but you could still make them out. I think there's some cats. I wish there was more rares. Let me go look at the rares here. There's the cats. So they have cat ears. And then, oh, there's aliens. I didn't even see there was aliens. Yeah, you can't really tell like all of them are aliens. That's the one thing that bothers me. Maybe that's the point. They're supposed to be in disguise. But I like the art. I think it's different. It's unique. What's an agent? The website was really clean. You can go do some like anonymous thing with like some camera. You could generate your own. And yeah, they're doing really well. So again, I bought 20 between 0.025 and 0.03. Currently at 0.05. They went even higher. I had a few that were selling this morning. Let me just go to my profile owned by you. Let me go to my wallet activity. Yeah, you can see here's where I bought. I bought 20. Again, we have a bot in my Discord that pinged it. Maybe we'll make that like a public bot part of Waypoint. We'll see. But yeah, it pings whenever, you know, certain NFT traders that we track are buying stuff. So I get like alerts like, hey, TMA and Monster and all these guys are buying these collections. So I sold 5 so far. It went all the way to 0.06. That's really cool. And now it's back down to 0.05. I think there's room to still run. Like I could be wrong, but we've seen like Del Mundo's did really well. I forget there was one collection before that did that as well. And it's kind of following the footsteps. I hope it continues to follow. What are we sweeping today, GM? Not sure what we're sweeping. We'll see if anything comes out. Any collections do well. I swept these last night, the Normies. So I already have a position. Where does it show royalties? It doesn't. This is something I've requested multiple times. I want right here. Right here, I want them to show what the fee is, what the royalties are on this collection. I think it would change traders' behaviors. If you come in and you see a collection as a 10% royalty, I think you'd make a better decision on if you want to quit, if you're in there for a quick flip, if you're in there to hold long term, because a 10% royalty wrecks you when you're trying to flip. Or even if you want to get out of break even, you need it to go up by 11% to cover that fee. I fumbled all my Normies. Captain, you should have followed, bro. When you see Gorilla sweeping, dude, I'm the alpha. It's okay, man. It happens, dude. I fumbled Del Mundo's, bro. I should have. TMA told me to buy. I could have swept to 300 at $1. And I would have made 30 grand or more. It happens, bro. There's going to be more. That's the beauty of markets. There's always going to be more. So this one did really well. A cheap mint price versus Glitchy Bunnies mint yesterday did not do well. I really like this collection. I've been talking to Jay for a long time. I like the art. I think there was a bunch of factors together that didn't do. Will Normies be a blue chip? You know, it's impossible to predict. I'd guess no. Like, no offense to the collection or to Cirque. I just think becoming a blue chip now is extremely difficult. You know, we look what's a collection that's dropped in the past 2 years that's become a blue chip. I think the only one people would consider is GVC. Yeah, Good Vibes Club is probably the only one that people consider a blue chip. That's within the last 2 years. So it is very difficult to become a blue chip in this market. It takes a lot of time, and most of the blue chips we still talk about to this day are from 2021. It's the already established collections. So it totally could, and I would love to see that happen. But it's, just if I had to guess, I'd guess no, just because the odds are against any new collection that launches. But it's cool, it's unique, so I really like it. So yeah, Glitchy Bunnies versus something like Normies. Normies sold out 10K NFTs, and Glitchy Bunnies tried to do 4K, but they were 6x the price. They tried to mint for 0.03, and people are very price sensitive. I tweeted about this. Do I have my tweet? No. People are very price sensitive about price and also about how much you're trying to raise. What I see is people saying like, oh, he's trying to raise 300K. Oh, Cirque for Normies is trying to raise 100K. It's like they're pocket watching you like, no, you're not allowed to make a bag selling us art, So people are very weary to this kind of stuff. I think also it took a long time to go to market. Mega ETH is losing momentum. If we look at Mega ETH, are we ever going to, we got 1 of 3 completed. Let's go. We just need, let's all start group pressuring mega mafia apps to launch. Come on. Why have they not launched? Okay, this needs to last 30 days though. Yeah, we need them all to hit. Look, hopefully it launches right at its current state. Like it's never going to launch, dude. This is like, they could have already had this filled and they didn't. Hopefully it launches more, but it's losing momentum. Even if we look at what do people think the FDV is at, it's a coin toss right now. If it's going to even be at our entry of 1 bill, if you did the sonar round, which I did, I also did the Fluffle round. So I have a better entry there. That's only a 2x, right? So they took a really long time to go to market. They had a lot of hype, right? Hype is like catching lightning in a bottle. They had it, and now it's kind of fallen off. Look, I like Mega ETH. It's extremely quick, but I feel they haven't attracted any big apps to go build on them. One that a lot of people are talking about is Euphoria. Personally, I don't think it's going to be that major. It's a cool app, but it's not Polymarket level cool. It's not mainstream level cool. It's not Hyperliquid level cool, So it's just like a casino game. That's how I look at it. So they need to attract that main app that's going to get people just running crazy amount of transactions. Right. That's why when do I use the only time I use Polygon is for Polymarket. The only time, I don't want to say the only time I use Hyperliquid, or like as a chain, but because I trade. But yeah, the main thing I do in Hyperliquid is just trade on Hyperliquid as a platform. And that's how they make their fees, right? It's not even on their own chain, on their EVM. It's how they're making like $2 to $4 million per day. And that's what's supporting the coin. So they figured it out. I feel Mega ETH needs to figure out like their niche in their area. Maybe it's going to be AI. Hopefully it is. I'll read the comments in a second. But one thing that didn't help this collection is Ali Fudding here. I just saw this from when Jay was in my group 1 to 2 months ago. I'm not really interested in NFTs, mostly trading tokens. Now, this is out of context, in my opinion, which is my first thought. Was out of here. He says, yeah, you took this out of context. I joined the group because of trading. I'm not an NFT flipper, but I do collect them. I think that's fair. Like, I think that's very fair. People always ask me, should I join this group? Like, oh, what does Pastel do perps, or does Gorilla Labs, or does TM Funkari or whatever group do perps or meme coins or whatever? Not every group has that, and not everybody is interested in. If a group offers sports betting, doesn't mean I'm interested in sports betting. I might just be interested in the trading side of it, right? So I think it's fair. Like here, he says, "Do you have time to follow calls?" Blah blah. He says even, "I just want to do perps, trading, and coins." Totally fair. So I think this was taken out of context. It got 40K views. It definitely hurts the project. A lot of people started dogging on it. Did he delete the comment? I saw Braided commented on it as well about the price, but I guess it's gone. Here's Samurai saying, why are you raising 300K? No support for Mega ETH. That's not his fault. Unfollowed me after supporting you. That's not cool. And and LARPing as a girl. I don't think he is. Like I don't think he's ever claimed to be a girl. And he's posted, it's not like he posted one picture pretending this is him. He's just posted a bunch of girls all the time. Like these like cute Asian girls, right? Or like e-girls all the time. So I don't think he was trying to pretend to be a girl. And yeah, he posted this to defend himself. So I just think the combination of everything, but the main thing was price, right? In my we were chilling in VC like a few days before mint, talking, oh, what mints are you excited about? Glitchy Bunnies. And if like one person just said like 0.03 GG, you know, so you're cooked. People just weren't down with the price because there's no upside. There's very little upside. A lot of these collections like Del Mundos and Normies that are going to 0.05 and Del Mundos hit 0.15, it's because they started low and they worked their way up. If you launch it at 0.08, this is 0.03, I'm exaggerating price, it leaves very little room for upside because people are scared of that downside in this market versus being able to build up a treasury and collect. When you do it super cheap, like if you look at the holders of Del Mundos, they've been collecting. They have been filling up. And the only way they can do this, get like 250. TMA is holding 215. How is he able to hold comfortably 215? You think he would have 215 if the mint price was 0.03 or 0.05? No, he wouldn't. He would have flipped probably. But because you gave him that good entry, that really low entry, not only did he buy a bunch, he's comfortable holding them instead of just nuking them into the market. I do think he should take profits, but you know, if this goes to, he crushed it with GVC, right? So hopefully this is able to do the same. So yeah, unfortunate to see. I really like the project. I want Mega ETH mints to do well. The other thing is we've seen so many mints on Mega ETH so far. Digit Rabbits, Bad Buns, Megalios, Nachi, Mini Mines, like, and we don't have a token yet, dude. We don't have a token. There's nothing I really want to do on Mega ETH right now. So why would I want to hold NFT? I was even considering selling some Bad Buns, just taking the loss on them and selling them, but I might as well just hold them. But I don't know when we're getting the coin. That's the biggest problem. Like, yeah. Hopefully can just 5 apps deploy, bro. Can just 5 apps deploy? Like it's not right. The time isn't right. So, but moving on, we have this mint. Monster brought this to my attention. Shout out Monster. If you remember this collection, they were called Supremon 151. They went to like, what was the all-time high on this? Why is there no data on this collection? I think they went to like I think they went close to 1 ETH. So he's doing a new collection of Supremon. Okay, I don't want to say the name to get him canceled. But you know what collection this is. Because Nintendo is notorious for going after people. So 135 new ones. I don't know how whitelist works. Maybe he says it recently. Or if it's going to be like an open mint. This is Gen 3. Mint price point for public point. So there is a public. Okay, here. Gen 1 plus Gen 2 holders. There was already a Gen 2. Okay, I didn't even see the Gen 2. If there is a Gen 2, what's the floor of Gen 2? Because Gen 1 is only a 2x of his public mint price. But yeah, Pokemon in the news recently because of, so I'm going to go through the comments, I promise. Because of, you know, obviously Pokemon just announced for Nintendo Switch. They're bringing back like Fire Red and Leaf Green or something. I forget which ones. So that's cool. And then obviously the Logan Paul selling the Pikachu card last week, which we covered on Monday. But after my stream ended, he did tweet this out, addressing finally the liquid marketplace thing. He said, they kind of lied. They said we sold 51% of the card for 2.6 million. They didn't. They sold 5.4% for $270,000. And then he ended up refunding them, which most of them couldn't get their money out until today. Now, legally, apparently all his bases are covered. I get that. Ethically, dude, you just sold the card for $16 million or like 13 million without the fee. Although I heard he gets a portion of the fee. Like literally just double these people up. No, you don't even triple. You made triple the value of the card, double them up. Like it's going to cost you 270K to make all these people happy. Is it actually going to make people happy? No. Most people are still going to hate Logan. I imagine that's how he's looking at it. Like, they're going to hate me anyways. I might as well make the most amount of money out of it. But I don't know. Why wouldn't you just double them up? They literally gave you a $270,000 loan for 3 years from 2022 all the way till the platform stopped working and they couldn't get their money out. And only now they gave you a 3-year loan or even longer. So like, just double them up, dude. Give them an extra 270K. What's the big deal? It's like a portion of the profits you just made. So he addressed it, but always comments turned off and stuff. I saw some latest tweets. He has comments turned on when it's not addressing this, but yeah, not cool. And then I did see this, like, hey, this PSA 10 is selling for less than 50% of what the one on the show just sold for. What's good, Hustle? Welcome to the show, buddy. What the 50% of what the one on, it wasn't Logan's, it was on the same stream during the same auction. It's because it doesn't have the marketing, right? It doesn't have the marketing behind it. There was a lot of hype during that show. Now things have calmed down, and prices are going to go back to reality. Even though this 440K for a piece of cardboard is not reality, but prices are going to calm down. What did it end at? 530K. Yeah. Let me read through some questions here. Yeah, we need some sponsors, man. I'm going to have to actually work at getting some sponsors. If not, I could just get rid of this thing. It triggers me every time I see it. I'll put in some actual effort into messaging companies. Royalties on OpenSea. It saw it 9 days ago and posted about it in Guerrilla Labs. Glad the boys ate. Yes, sir. The captain team player. Captain, I didn't buy because of you, lol. I minted but sold early. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the answer, Legends. Of course. Why do you even need Mega ETH? You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth, Captain. I'm new to crypto, looking for airdrops and mint at low price. Yeah, mints, I would look for free mints and stuff. Airdrops, the airdrop market has significantly changed. I think most airdrops you're going to need to actually spend money, and a lot of companies are just pretending to have airdrops. They're using airdrops for marketing. Look at Pump Fund, right? They're deleting the word airdrop. Hopefully they still do it, but yeah, it's tough. I had a poll on my YouTube saying, what do you guys want to see? Prediction markets, meme coins, whatever. Airdrops was the number one thing, but I was just like, I shouldn't even ask this because there's no airdrops that I haven't already covered that I'm interested in. It's just Hyperliquid, Pump Fund, Polymarket, OpenSea, and everybody's just like complaining that they want them. That they, what Polymarket I think is fair. They're going to take their time. They're trying to IPO. OpenSea, I'm seeing just people freak out. Q1 isn't even done. People are calling them liars. Like, dude, there's still 6 weeks left in Q1. They said Q1. I'm hoping it's on March 30th. Okay. I have no alpha, no insider, but they said Q1. So until they say it's not Q1 and they delay, it's going to be Q1 in my mind. I have no alpha, again, no insider. So I don't know why people are screaming and like calling them liars and stuff, crying about the waves. Like, if you're crying about the waves, you just don't understand how rewards program works, or you refuse to, because people have explained it many times and people are just angry. They want their money, and I get it. You want your airdrop. I want my airdrop too. I want my Pump Fund airdrop. I want my OpenSea airdrop. I want my Polymarket airdrop. I want free money, but yeah. What else we got? We got crypto Twitter. We love NFTs for the art. Also crypto Twitter. Your art is too expensive. Yeah. Nobody likes it for the art, bro. We're all here to make money. Art is cool, but even in the art world, people are there to make money. A Picasso, like, you think people are buying it for the art? The art's nice, but it's not like $100 million nice, Good point on Mega ETH. A lot of uncertainty. Yeah. GM hustle. Someone will put a class action against him for sure. Yeah, I guess that's insane. 60 million and 500K. Yeah, like, just give them money. I don't understand. Just give them. It's going to cost you nothing. He's already rich. You're already like a mega millionaire. He's probably worth 9 figures. Let's be real, just through Prime and everything. So like, is 250K? It's not. It's a car. It's a car in his driveway. Why wouldn't he just do that to make people happy? So weird. I'll never understand these people. But yeah, that's the stream, boys. Appreciate everybody for joining. We'll have another one on Monday. I do finally have videos for you next week. I know the streams don't perform as well as my typical videos. So part of me is kind of like, do I just go back to doing videos, dude? But I like streaming. I like the live interaction with the audience. I like that I'm not stressing the night before, where I got to edit and everything. And then also like I wake up and what I talk about in my videos no longer relevant because the market completely changed and something happened. Like those things are really annoying. So I like the live streams. Yeah, but I do got some regular videos for you. Got one on Memecoins, got a tutorial for a wallet, and then I have another one. I forget what it is, but I got plans for videos. I'm just trying to keep up with everything, learning AI, all this stuff. Will Hyperliquid have a second airdrop? Apparently, no. I saw a post from Ryan D Crypto saying confirmed no season 2 airdrop. So I'm like, what are the points for? Why is there even a season? So I don't think so. And now there's a season 3. So I don't know. I have no idea, but it doesn't seem like it, which is unfortunate. What are the hypers at? Are the hypers not even in the top volume NFTs? They've fallen off. That's crazy. Hypers are going to go down, bro. Well, let me share my screen again. Yeah, they're back to 490. I might start bidding soon. But volume's been really slow. Yeah, I might start bidding soon, just for volume, not to hold long term. I had bought one for 550. I sold it for 530, but it dipped. I bought it 550. It went back to 480, and then it went back up to 520. Somebody made me an offer above the floor at 530. I took it, and then I put in offers, but none of them hit. Yeah, you can see right here. I sold you. Boom. What's question? Evening, bro. Good morning for me, but good evening for you. Guten Abend. Suited Riot had what is that? Suited Riot have very good pixel art. Which collection is that? I got to filter by volume or something. Let's look at is verified. Mr. Sheeb. Yeah. Keep pumping, dude. Keep pumping. But that's it for the stream, everybody. I'm going to end it here. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. Again, videos next week. Another stream on Monday. Follow me on Twitter. Check out Waypoint, waypoint.tools. Link in the description if you want to add the bot to your Discord for free. There's a bunch of bots. There is a insiders bot for Polymarket. There is a new market spot for Polymarket. So every time there's a new market, you get pinged, but also when there's brand new fresh wallets or really good wallets. We have them both. Maybe we'll put a separate channel. But we have like a profitable trader in here because it's really good traders who are making like sus trades that we track. There's a mint scanner. So you get pinged whenever there's a collection that's minting out fast when it's getting heavy volume. It doesn't mean it's going to be a winner. It's just, I'm not even sharing my screen. Oh my God. It's not even going to be a winner. So here's the insider bot. We have the new markets. We have the mint scan. We also got pings for live things like, hey, this airdrop is live. This whitelist campaign is live. We have a summary bot, which is just every 3 hours, it tells you what are the main narratives in crypto. We have a YouTube aggregator. You don't even need to watch these videos anymore. You can just go read what is being said in the videos, what's their price targets. And now we're building something around this where we're kind of getting all their opinions together and we're making consensus. And if you want to just use this website, it shows you the mints that are happening right now. You could see them right here. Like Del Mutandos is getting a lot of mints. Doesn't mean it's going to do well. No, right? Again, there's going to be a lot of scams on here. Here are all the fresh mints that are happening. So just lets you have an eye on the market. And yeah, check it out. Link in the description down below. We're adding more tools every day, and it's absolutely free. It's totally free to use. Okay, you can add it to your Discord for absolutely free. Super simple. 3 clicks. Add bot. give it some permissions, set up the channels. Boom, you got all these alerts for absolutely free. You could see everything I see. So appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching. Thank you. Thanks. Put some comments on screen here. Appreciate you guys. I will be back on Monday. Going to click end stream.